Greetings, Earthlings! My name is Zero Jake and welcome back to Space Engineers. Last episode we built, this excavation ship here, which has drills. What I did is I changed one of the drills so that there are lower tier ones, so that we, have more precision when doing things. I kind of botched it up a bit, as you can tell, because they're on different levels. The left one was the replaced one, by the way. So yeah, I've also now got a blueprint for it, just in case I accidentally destroy it. Because I didn't do that, honestly. So what I've been doing for the past few hours is this. The ground is now excavated. You can thank me later. Or now, actually. You can thank me now. If we have a look around, you can see that I did go a bit too far. But that's nothing that some creative mode voxel placing won't fix, because I'm going to have to do that, otherwise it just looks ugly. And I really, really don't want to have to turn this entire mountain into the steel mountain base that I want to do it later. Yeah, I've also got some here. You could fall in there and get trapped and scream and then get shot by the interior turrets. But anyway. Yeah, so we now have this lovely, lovely area here. And this means today we are going to be building the actual shipyard using Rexar's automated shipyards. Lovely. So the way that this works, we need 8 of these, one in each corner, one in each vertex, rather, of the rectangular prism, and then we need to connect it using these lovely these conveyors. I could use other conveyors, but then again, I've been handed these conveyors. I think they're more expensive, actually. 10, 40, 12. Come on, thank you. Yeah, it's more heavy in construction component. You're trying to I accidentally hit F1. Anyway, so first of all, I hope I got fuel. Yes, I've got fuel. We can go down here, and as you can see, it's a bit rough, but we have a 19 by 19 by 43 area in the middle. Now, I know this may not be big enough for some ships I want to build, which is why I am okay with expanding this thing later. Later being the key word, because, oh my god, this was very, very long. So, first of all, what we need is, in order to place these things, since they're a 3x3 grid, we want to have a block here and then place, I think. Ah, no, we don't. We don't need it. I'll place it there anyway, since we are going to need a sort of pattern. Anyway, yeah, place shipyard corner. Skadoosh. Ta-da! That'll be welded. You can see it's quite expensive on the right. Quite expensive. But that's because it's an automated shipyard, and we don't get those often. I have 3 mods that do that, by the way. One of them is fly-through welders. The second one is nanite factories. And the third one is this. Lovely, lovely automated shipyards. So we're now going to go around and go place these things on the interior. Shouldn't take too long. Yeah, what is annoying is that I keep flying into the 3x3 area. Anyway, so that's the bottom section. As you can see, this is what the finished product should look like. Kind of cool. I've not got the exclamation mark the right way around. Oh boy, that's going to annoy me. That's going to annoy me so much. Anyway, yeah. I'll make things look pretty afterwards, because the number one thing is, if it doesn't work, what's the point in having it? That's what I keep telling myself. Anyway, flip around, you're the right way, good. Then we want to have you... You know what's annoying? The fact that it automatically starts with, hey, depending on what block face you're putting the block on, I'm going to change which direction it is. Because whoever thought that was a good idea. Actually, no, it is a good idea in some cases, in my case, not. some people would be able to use that to create some designs faster, but for me, I don't like it that it's on by default every time you load up the world. It is, in fact, really annoying. Now, those are the 8 corners. I just need to make sure that I've got enough resources. If I haven't, then oh my, this is going to be a long episode, or a long day. Not for you. No, you'll see the edited, finished version, and I'll have to go through it myself. Now, you see this red line here? This red line is about 23 blocks in length. This is because I want an under area here where you can walk around and you can see above you the ship being made. So this is going to be a basement of the hangar. Another thing about Rexar's shipyards that you probably should know is that we can only have one of them per grid. And since the base is only going to be one grid, this is the only shipyard using this that we can have. That's fine. Yeah, because I don't need to build 10 capital ships at once. It's a bit ridiculous that I might need to do that at some point. I don't even know when I'd need to do that. Anyway, so we've got these. Do I have enough? Yeah, maybe. Maybe I have enough. Really, really depends. Okay. Well, there's only one real way of finding out. We just build it. Now, this thing is not going to be efficient on energy, and we can't reduce its energy consumption, which is why we have the arc reactor. If you remember, we built an arc reactor. I still haven't put arc fuel into it because we don't actually have arc fuel with us, because that's with the rest of the fleet. Because every single ship that I've got, except the shipyard, uses arc reactors. Actually, no, we have some on the dropships, so yeah, it's fine. We'll salvage some of the dropships so that we can power this thing for at least 10 minutes. Now, you'll notice it's dark. I was going to try and wait until it was light, but, yeah. Time is not on my side. I need to build a time machine. That's what I need to do. Yeah, this is gonna be a while. So I'll be back in a second once I have applied all of these lovely shipyard conveyors that are ridiculously expensive. Well, that are more expensive than the originals for exactly the same function. Well, actually, yeah, it looks pretty. Let's put it that way. It looks nice. Yeah. So back in a second. And we are back. And here is the finished, quote-unquote finished, I've still got decorative stuff to do, shipyard, which has an interior size of 43 by 19 by 19. Pretty good. Yeah, so now we're on to interesting stuff. We now need to get it to work. And we also need to demonstrate it. And to demonstrate it, I'm going to be building something that some people from last series might know. Right, let's first of all, I need to get myself some. Let's see. I need some interior plate, but we don't have that, do we? Actually, we might. Yes, we do, because the Nanote factory stole it, of course, as they usually do. So I need some interior plate. I can drop off a few hundred steel since I won't need it that much. What we're going to do is we're going to build an LCD. He says, just checking if the LCD starts with a interior plate. Because if it doesn't, well then. You know, anytime. Thank you. Yes, we're going to need a wide LCD that requires interior plate. Good, and then we need a button panel. According to the boss man, which is the, well, technically, because you don't have a wiki for modded items in Space Engineers, unlike Minecraft. What are you doing here? Weird person. You know, I checked the Steam Workshop page. Because of course. Ah! That's amazing. Oh, that's really good. The ability to do that is exceptional. So, before, you'd have to guess which way the LCD panel went up, so I could go like this. and you know, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. And if it's just a square one, you have no clue. But this, lovely. So let's place that. That will be done. And then what we want is we want a button panel right next to it, or near it. Just need to wait for that to finish. Thank you. Okay, so saving first, just in case this goes wrong. Like the game starts to destroy itself. Ooh, new texture. Interesting. Right. What I want to do is we want to go into this guy's control thing, and then we want Shipyard panel. If it has Shipyard in the name, look at this. Okay, so how do we F, right? No. Right. How do we do this? Can I click on it? Doesn't look like it. Right. Oh, no. We use these. Okay. So really, what we should want is it here. Right? And then that should be connected at some point. Maybe I have to reinitialize it. Give me a second. If I get rid of that, off, on. Okay, and then if we go Shipyard panel. Okay. Do we have to name you Shipyard panel? No. This guy. Shipyard button. Does this work? Okay, right, let's try this again. Because the lag. My god. Right. Let's try not to do that too many times. Okay, so I've got this. Yes. Go here. Go here. And no. Good. Okay, so that's that. And this lights up, and this has buttons. Noting that they say empty, they're not. So what we want, so if we want to go down, we select this one, right? I pressed E. That's not the correct one. F. There we go. Wow. Okay, so this is the interactive menu, which you can also access via, you know, going in here, doing this, going to Shipyard, and there you go. You know, well, we can change the options here. We can say it to weld or not, and then we can say exit. What does that do? Okay. Right, so let's say we want to weld. And this will say the things. So targets, active beams, out of 24, because that's 3 times 8. Yes. It says how much blocks are remaining, and estimated time. Oh, that's amazing. How do I stop? Select would be stop. Okay. And then if I say grind, then it will also say stop. Good. Right. Now what we need to do is test it. Testing. 1 2 1 2. Anyway, so let's find ourselves a ship that we don't need. This would be one of them, but I doubt that this thing could fit inside. Actually. Yeah, at some point we're going to need to increase the size of this to accommodate the shipyard, because we're going to destroy the shipyard in a shipyard, because I heard you like shipyards. What could we destroy? Well, I guess I could recreate the scout vessel. No. Okay, I've got a plan. Everyone. It's a bad one, but it's still a plan nonetheless. What we're going to do is we need this. First of all, we need that. And then on top of here we're going to need a projector. A projector? No, just projector. We want this one. Thank you. We want to go over to Control 6. There we go. I want to make this face in the right way. Just give me a second. I just need to check because I can't remember it off by heart. It's not like I've used projectors in my life. Well, I have. Quite often. It's kind of annoying that I still can't remember how to orient it. That's embedded inside the armor, so that's no use. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter which way I orient it. I think the negative is the top, and so therefore we want this and here, right? Who knows? Probably someone in the comments section. So I just need to wait for that to happen. We're going to stay up here, and we're going to switch over to our lovely camera. As you can see, the marvel at this base is quite cool. We just need to increase the amount of other structures in this area. Now here's the thing. What we could do is we could have two bays right next to each other showing the same shipyard frame. That might work, or it might be horrendous and just decide to, when I say, hey, I want to deconstruct, it deconstructs the wall, which I'm sure is going to be wonderful. So we have you, good. We're just gonna stay up here for a bit, whilst we actually no. Have I turned off the? Okay, first. This is becoming quite annoying because I can't speak. What we want to do is we want to turn off. I want to turn off the nanite factories. It's because I've hidden them. It's because I've hidden them. What the? No, I don't want to do that. Nanite. Good. So it's cargo nanite 1. Okay. Control with nanite factories. Nanite factories. Save. Good. So now we can see that nanite factories off. Then we also want to go to the shipyard and go nanite factories off and off and off. Okay, because we don't want any of these nanite factories interfering with what we're doing. And this is the point when my base explodes, and the only way that could have solved it is having nanite factories around. Anyway, so we have this. So what we want to do is we're going to go to outpost, and we want to find the projector, which I probably need to label shipyard projector. Well, so that it, remains at the top. Shipyard projector, a group of 1. Off in terminal. Good. So we should be able to see that right under shipyard, which I am disabling for now. And then what I want to do is go blueprints. I want to select the capital chassis. As you can see, we have a capital ship chassis. Now what we need to do is we need to orient this so that it's actually in a good place. Now I could do this just by getting by doing it by hand, which I'm going to do for now, but in future we'll be using the lovely method of get remote control, so that I can remote control it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so what we want to do, I can't actually see it, that's the problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here, hello, and we're going to build a remote control. You know when I said we're not going to build a remote control, I lied. Which is kind of obvious. Right, go to outpost. Now the thing is, if we say remote access, we can take control of the outpost now, which is actually taking control of the shipyard section of the outpost, because this is going to be the only remote control, isn't it, Jake? Isn't it, Jake? Right. You're incomplete. Why? Oh yes, I know why. Because I did the amazing thing of not doing anything. We want nanite factories. No, first of all, projector, remove. Right? Just so that we don't accidentally build anything, because that's going to be a pain to do. And then I want to turn nanite factories on, and in the shipyard, nanite factories on. Just so that, I can construct this one item. My patience is wearing thin. Right. You done now? Yes. Right, now we can turn those back off. Go to Shipyard, go to Outpost, go to Nano Factories, turn them off. Go to Projector. Yeah, Shipyard Projector, Blueprints, Capital Chassis. Okay. Good. So that should be displaying that again. Yep. Now we want to go into remote access, which, by the way, we can access via Shift K. Lovely. Take control. Go to our lovely eye in the sky camera, which will activate lights for this, because otherwise this is going to be painful. Ah, the sun has risen. Okay, that's why everything's a bit lighter now. Right. Time for fun things. We want... Yeah, we want control... No, we want control 2 and control 3 to be the projector stuff. So we want projector. So first of all, increase, decrease, increase, decrease, increase, decrease, and then we want to go on to control 3, do the same but for rotation, even though rotation is a bit of a pain to do, though that's probably the Nano Factory's fault rather than anything else. Okay, so that's that. So what we should be able to do is rotate this. Okay, good. Right, now we're facing the right way. What we want to do is we want to go control 2, and we want to increase the offsets. This will also check to see if the shipyard actually does what it loves to do. Well, what the Nano Factory shipyard couldn't, which is get it done with. Right, is this inside? No, so we wanna decrease again. Right, good. We're getting there. Is that all? Is that all we need? There, flashing images. Yeah, that's good. Good. So now what we need to do is we need to go jetpack mode and get this. No. I do that all the time. I'm going to need to pick that up. Otherwise, you know, someone may complain that I'm littering the ground with stuff. Though really, the amount of environmental damage I've done already is significant. Well, for one person. Anyway, so now we're going to climb back here. And then we're gonna go down. I think yes. Then scan. Get details for weld. Right. Okay. Right. So that's not good enough. Okay. So if we want to do projector stuff. How do we do that? Maybe it's because I turned off the shipyard. That might be it. No, I don't want you. I want outpost shipyard. There we go. No, you're on. Okay. Now we're going to keep the beam count to 1 for now. We can change that later. The grind speed will be 1. Kind of right click, control right click, control left. There we go. 1. Just to see how fast that goes. Good. And then we want weld. So I should have activated the welding. He says. Current targets 1. Oh, we have a target. Okay, so then we want to go down weld. Shipyard is idle. Why are you not finding the thing that I want you to build? Maybe it's because the projector is on the same grid as the shipyard itself. If that's so, that's going to be painful. Well, I guess there is one way of doing this. And I have the time to do it. and that's going into space, retrieving the large ship Projector, and then bringing it down here. Am I willing to do that? The answer is apparently yes. So, I brought down this lovely thing, the large ship thing Projector business. It took a bit of tinkering to do whilst I was going down. Something had perils of the warp attack, or a heart attack, or whatever analogy that you want, and started tearing through its own shields, namely the capital ship, you know, the one with all the guns and business and things. So what we want to do is, I've landed it, just in case you thought I didn't, I've landed it. What we want to do is we're going to go in. If it's got remote control, that means that there should be an antenna. However, if I go into remote access, oh, I can. Oh, right, okay. I didn't think there was. Maybe it's because you're not broadcasting. Let's... Antenna. You don't have one. Okay then. What's the point? No, you do have one. What's this one? No, it's not. You've got a beacon instead. No, you haven't. You've got some way of communicating, which I am not familiar with. Yeah. You shouldn't be able to actually talk with anything. Okay, if I do this, can I remote access, take control of? No. Right. Okay. That's fine, I guess. Sure. Okay. The rubbish that I'm talking about is now over. Let's get rid of construct. Now what we want to do is want to go and remote. Now this could kill me, by the way. Could kill me. But that's the fun bit. So now we've got the lovely Projector. What we want to do is we want to find a blueprint. We want the capital chassis. Good. Right? Yes? Good. Right. Let's have a look. I'm guessing that's all in the place that it needs to be. Right? I could probably increase the height a bit. Yeah, so... Going to control again. And I want to increase the vertical, right? No, don't want to increase that. I want to increase that. And then bring it back a bit. Right. So that now should entirely be inside the shipyard. Oh boy. The lag spikes. They're real. Ah! Where'd you come from, Mr. Blue Sky? Never mind. So now we've got this. What we need to do now, right, is we're going to leave it so that I don't accidentally kill myself. It's going to make a pain if I don't actually manage to do this. And then what we want to... Oh, hang on. I know why it's not working. It's because it's not linked up to the system. The system. You know, that conveyor system. That wonderful thing that everything has these days. So painful. This entire thing is so painful. Yeah. It's not using any resources because it can't. Because it's not got access to the stupid thing, you weird person. Well, I guess what we can do is we can demonstrate its ability to deconstruct things inside the view range, whatever. Right, we want to turn on our dampeners, we want to stop parking, we want to fly up a bit, we want to do this. You know, I don't really care what happens to these things, because it's not like I'm going to be using them that much. These shipyard blocks technically also have room in their inventory. So outpost, shipyard, no, inventory, shipyard. Yeah, so these things have inventory space. More than a small cargo container. So that should be able to hold whatever I'm going to destroy now. So what we want to do, stop doing this. We wanna grind. Thank you. There we go. And now this thing will slowly but surely destroy it. Very, very good. But I think that's a bit too slow. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into Shipyard. We're going to beam up to 3. As you can see, more beams, more power, all the beams. Let's go into Outpost again. Go to Shipyard. Let's put this up to 1, shall we? Now, I fully expect this thing to disintegrate. Either my computer or just fall to the floor afterwards. I wonder if it's going to keep the reactors whilst it destroys everything else. Is it smart enough to just destroy only the things that are required? Because this thing is currently flying. I don't think so. Because once it starts to... yeah, it's going to hit the engines. The engines are going to go... bye. The slow but inevitable death of this thing is going to happen. Here's a question. Can it hang on, what's keeping it afloat? Let's get this. There. As you can see, it's still there. Something's keeping it afloat. I have no clue what. Maybe the shipyard is slowing its fall. Anyway, that's good. That's a really quick way of destroying ships. So yeah, we can now stop this. Let's check the inventory, because that's always a fun thing to do. No, we're already here. We're already here, Jake. Inventory, Shipyard. Hello. I love how they've got roughly this amount, because they share it between each other. Yeah, we're going to have questions about that. It's got... why have you got that stuff? If we attach you to there... oh, this is going to be quite annoying, because it's got point something of a thing. Anyway, so that's a shipyard. We'll, design something and build it next episode. Probably a salvaging ship. For the stuff in space, and the shipyard, the Scarab shipyard, that's also still in space because we want the resources from it. I'm gonna... bleh. Actually, it's better if I go over here to explain. So, what I'm going to do is... I'm going to make this thing a bit more pretty by having catwalks and have a floor and all sorts of things. I'm also going to connect it to the network so that it can actually use everything. And the next episode, either we'll be salvaging the shipyard, because we'll be at the point where we can, or we'll be building another ship. Probably the first one, because, well, we kind of need the resources to build another ship, and we need the shipyard to die in order for that to happen. Anyway, all that will happen in the next episode. Until then, my name has been Zero Jake. End transmission.